All right, shalom, shalom, shalom to the elect of the nation of Yasharala. First and foremost, Kal Halalim Wahawad, La Yahweh, Bahashem Hamashiach, Wa Malak Yahushai, Wa Bahara Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. Enough respect to you brothers pushing this word, this good news, this gospel, the world over, in sincerity and in truth. I don't want Ratazar, which means Lord willing, so Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So, about that time again, man, because things are just going downhill as this economy slowly goes downhill, especially over here in the UK, all right, with the strikes, okay, cost of living crisis increasing. So, and we're constantly warning our people, all right, of the things that are taking place, because, all roads lead to the MOTB, all right, all roads lead to the digital all, okay. So as you can see from this article on your screen from Sky News, it's a recent article, came out yesterday, and the headline reads, "Threat to Jacob's Cream Crackers as factory staff start, quote, permanent strike, end quote, overpay." Okay. And this year's just been nothing but strikes. Okay. Nothing but strikes. Now this is I think I'm sure it's a UK company. Yeah. Because we've even got some of these Jacob crackers in our home, and we it's good to have it with like biscuit and with tea and things like that, as a snack. But the workers, the staff workers, due to cost of living, inflation, everything is going up but wages. All right. So again, staff are striking over pay. It reads, some production of Jacob's Cream Crackers is to move from Merseyside, which is in Liverpool, to Portugal. All right, next to Spain, as the British factory, output is set to be severely damaged by strike action in the run-up to the crucial Christmas season. And, it's not going to be a good Christmas, all right, which you should not be celebrating that anyway. All right. Expect more crime to rise, more thievery, if that's a word, burglaries might happen more. All right, things are getting more expensive. You know how these people in the world move, these heathens, they'd love to celebrate their folly, helly days. Okay, and our people, majority of them, just follow right after them. Okay. So if we read down, it says workers at a Jacobs factory, which makes a host of festive season staples, have started an indefinite strike. The GMB union said that more than 750 staff at the plant in Liverpool were stepping up their fight for better pay after taking limited industrial action since September. Right? So it's uproar there, man. 750 staff is a lot. The factory, which produces Jacob Cream Crackers, Twiglets and Club Bars, was said to be seeking a pay rise in line with inflation to help them navigate the cost of living crisis. And every major industry is striking. Okay. The demand is being echoed in many sectors of the economy as the rate of inflation runs at its highest level for 40 years, squeezing family budgets. Okay. And to be fair, this economy is not really healed economically, because we had the 2008, what's the word? We had that crash in 2008. All right, and ever since then, things haven't really gotten much better. The union claimed that owner Pladis had walked away from talks and sought to undermine the workforce of Merseyside by shifting cracker production to Portugal. While it's understood that some capacity will be filled by a third-party partner in Portugal to meet demand, the company is also believed to be seeking a vote on the offer. It has made an 8.9% pay increase over 2 years alongside a one-off £500 cost of living payment. Okay, that's most of the article, alright? So yeah, what's the times that we're living in? To get a precept, this book of Revelation chapter 22 and verse 6, and he said unto me, these sayings are faithful and true, and the Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai of the holy prophets, sent his angel to show unto his servants the things which must shortly be done. Right? And that's why we're in the spirit of prophecy. Okay. Because that's the testimony of Yahushai, ultimately. Alright, and these things that that's been prophesied, All right, before are coming to pass right in front of your eyes, and are faithful and true, meaning that these things must happen. And no other book can match up with the Bible, including Bible and the Apocrypha. All right, and its prophets are back again in the reincarnation to prophesy to you things that are happening, things that are taking place. I'll get another article. This is right. This is from the times.co.uk, and this is from Wednesday, so today, the 16th of November 2022, and the headline reads, "Eggs rationed as bird flu and price rises cause shortage." Okay, so they're basically a shortage in eggs. Okay, and the bird flu and the price increase, of course, have caused it to be rationed. So yeah, rationings are coming back in a big way, just like how it was in World War II. Okay, so let's read on. A full English breakfast, which is not a healthy breakfast. You shouldn't eat that. Right? It's got pork, bacon, sausage, egg, hash brown. It's basically big fry up. It's unhealthy as hell. Beans. It's got mushrooms and tomatoes, which they're healthy, but everything else, fried bread, butter, sometimes even ham. But yeah, avoid that breakfast at all costs. So it says, a full English breakfast without eggs may seem unthinkable, but that is the situation many face this week after shortages hit retailers and hospitality. Shoppers reported shelves empty of eggs at supermarkets, and Wetherspoons admitted that it was offering alternatives in its breakfast menus. Alright, so it's a trickling effect now. Because there's a shortage in this, they've got to alter their menu. Okay, companies have to think of, different strategies to, to make up for what they're losing out of. So they've got to change, stuff on the menu. If they're lacking a particular item, they've got to replace it with an alternative. Meaning that certain customers won't be satisfied, and then they might not want to, shop there as often. Okay. So it's extra pressure on companies. Alright, and eggs, that's a necessity, man. Well, not a necessity, but people have it in their houses as one. So yeah, you can class it as a necessity, but it's one of those products that everyone has, like bread, tea, sugar, rice. Okay. And if and you need bread for, like, if you want to bake a cake. Okay. Sorry, if you need eggs if you want to bake a cake. Slovakia, and as much as all this is happening, people are not. They were aware, but then they believe that things might just get better. That okay, there's a shortage in this, but things will just, come back around again. They don't consider that, something worse is coming down the pipeline. That's why it's important for our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, including the speckled birds, scattered across the world. Alright? You are the children of Israel, and you can repent. Okay? Sainsbury's has apologized for the lack of eggs in some of its shops, and at least one Lidl store was rationing supplies to keep enough for everyone. Okay? The shortage is being caused in part by the outbreak of avian flu, which has killed millions of hens. Right? So that means there might be a shortage in chickens. Okay, because these pestilences, man, it all, has a negative impact on the food chain and access to it. Now people have to eat other things. Alright? And make up for stuff. And then you got shrinkflation, which equals, smaller proportions. Alright? So now you'll be paying more for smaller food products, basically, for smaller sizes. Alright, and then, there's people are gonna, strike about that, arguments, uproars. Okay. So I thought I'd Google what happens when there's a food shortage. And this is from the concernUSA.org website. It says with less food, whether incremental through smaller portions, like I mentioned, or sizes, or more drastic through skip meals, right? So, families are going to have to stick to just their budget, make do with maybe a certain, small portion meal, especially if they have a family to feed the children. Children might even have to skip school meals, might even have to skip home meals. Okay. More people will be going to the food bank. All right. People often learn less money and more susceptible to health issues, right? So if you're not getting your your daily, nutrients because you can't afford it, then that's gonna, take a toll on people's health. All right, they'll be lacking in certain vitamins, things like that, especially for younger children and even babies. All right, that's gonna cause severe problems for them. Malnutrition and stunting, like it says. All right, so this is all this combined together, all these factors. Okay. It's all these factors together being blended into one huge problem. Okay. It's going to cause a lot of suffering. Okay. Now this is let's get a precept in. Say it messing about. See, so all roads lead to the MOTB. This book of Second Edges, chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals, or pronounced victuals, shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow, evils meaning bad times, right upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Okay, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. Alright, and the famine is coming. Okay, there's a shortage. People can't pay for things as easily as they could years back. You used to get a bulk of things for a decent amount. Now, things are there's less in the pack. You might get 2 or 3 in a pack rather than 5. Okay. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Okay, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. Okay. I wasn't going to make this too long, man. I wasn't going to make this too long at all. If we jump further back up to verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Right? Scourges for amendment. To consider your ways and how you're behaving. Is the Most High pleased with what's going on the earth? Nope. That's why judgment from Yahweh Shem Yahshai is being played out more. It's the year of the turn up. Okay. So the Lord's turning up on the left hand side as well as the right hand side. Alright. Yeah, so, I'm gonna leave it there for now. Dwara for tuning in. In closing, I'd like to give all praise and all glory and all honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rukakwadash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well, labor in this word and doctrine, as they are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. So with that, Shalom. Till next time, Lord willing. Right, we got next Kwame Asherala and Ababa Ball. Shalom to the elect.